So, guys, today is the much anticipated, the much what you say blockbuster, high thrilled, adrenaline final test match of England versus India. But the good thing is that we have got Anup Konnur, our very much beloved diehard Indian cricket team fan, and along with that, a new joinee for us in the form of Abhijeet, and a neutral fan, Ayan Chatterjee, who also supports England somewhat. So, all of you. Will England somehow win or they will lose? Because no matter what happens, England is happy that they will not lose the Test series and the Anderson Tendulkar Trophy will be with England only. They will square the series. They will not lose the one. So, Ayan, I would like to hear from you first.
Yeah, hi everyone. Thanks for having me once again over here. I cannot say England will be happy if they lose if they draw the series 2-2 against India. Yes, at one point they will not lose the series, which is a great thing for them. But against this Indian side, they should actually win the series. And I know the bowlers have not performed, and they'll be missing Ben Stokes and they'll be missing Jofra Archer, one due to injury, one due to workload management. But they're playing at home, so they should go on and they are the ones who should win the series from positions they have been. I think India will be happy if they come up from this from a 2-2 series, just because they have a new captain at the helm, and having a new captain at the helm, it's not easy to go and tour England. To come away with a 2-2 draw will be good for India and will be a big positive. But for that, can they do it? That's going to be another question, because it's going to require a lot of effort and a lot of mental toughness from India to win, because there have been already mind games played by England ahead of this Oval Test. So let's see how the Test match pans out. But I think it's going to be a good game, and I think it's going to be another competitive game. We have had 4 grueling days, grueling Test matches, and the fifth Test promises as much.
Yes, we have seen 5 day, four test matches. That's a very good advertisement for test cricket because the questions were asked like, do we require 4 day test matches? And now that will be put to an end question mark, full stop, we can say. And also, Ben Stokes has again made a very what you call a rousing statement. He has said that I was expecting same kind of statement from Gautam Gambhir, that pitch curator thing that happened. We will talk about that with Anup sir. Anup sir, just a thought and just a statement from my side. A billion people said coach is fighting like a rowdies with the curator. No, no, the curator must have behaved very rudely and all that. But it is often said, no, if you are fighting with a pig in a muddle, your image only will be get tarnished. And the same has happened with the billion people, the country, and the richest board, the BCCI, and the management. We should not forget that Gautam Gambhir has damaged the reputation of a billion people of a country.
Somewhat agree to your point, but not completely agree to it because see, कीचड़ तभी उछला जाता है जब उसमें दूसरा जो बंदा होता है वो उतना ही साफ हो. And England by not all means have been fair to the Indian team at all on this tour. You take the incidents, yes, Shubman Gill said to them during include them in the third test match. They won in out of rage the Lord's Test match, which India was supposedly easy chance for India to win and the 2-1. But then what happened at Manchester? Come on. If Joe Root or Ben Duthett was batting on 90 and England were in the same position and India would have come to shake hands with England, England wouldn't have budged out. And with Jadeja and Washington Sundar at threes approaching their hundreds, just see the attitude which Ben Stokes showed on the field. And even before that, in the press conference, when Ben Stokes says that you don't have any sportsman spirit or what kind of sportsmanship spirit you show. I regarding Gautam Gambhir's incident, yes, he should have not taught harsh word to the ground staff or curator. But in my opinion, too, Lee Fortis was equally at fault because in no right as per the rule, any team's management has some violations of seeing the pitch from a far end. It's not like they are wearing the spikes and going on the pitch and seeing the pitch and all. Yeah, but there is no right for any of the ground staff that he would oppose whatever the team management or everything. And that's what was clarified by Totat on the field that Gautam Gambhir, and he was already standing 2.5 centimeters away, but still the curator Lee Fortis came and he started arguing with Gautam Gambhir. And Gautam Gambhir, in only as per his whatever you say his behavior or his anger management issues which has, he just got uh, earth by it, and he just retaliated in his own way. So I don't think Gautam Gambhir did something wrong in doing that. But yes, seeing the as his representation of BCCI, as you say, he should have not done it and tried it in a more calm way. But this also shows one thing, that England on a bit way are little bit scared of this Indian team, because they know this Indian team knows how to fight back. Because after 0-4-2, no one expected India to draw a test match. Everyone was saying like 4 days में तो match खत्म है. We would have been all out by evening session only. England with handsome win already pocketed the series. But what happened after that over 5 sessions? England is little bit scared, and now without their main bowler Ben Stokes, because overall series, even if you look at it, Ben Stokes was England's main weapon, whether with the ball, not with the bat, but with the ball at least. Highest wicket taker with 17 wickets in the series. He was the one who extracted from the death, taking crucial wickets at all time. Remaining bowlers, they were there, but they were only the support bowlers. And with this new ball line attack like the Atkinson coming back, this Jamie Overton and Joston coming back, Indian batters would enjoy the freedom against them, because they are relatively new to the scene against the Indians. So it can work against India also, because they are not faced these bowlers before, but relatively easy for them than Ben Stokes, because there is no weapon as such. And Jofra Archer, come on, you want him for the Ashes series and everything. What kind of fitness is this? You play one survey match, then you play two matches versus India, and then boom, you are away. It's a certain workload management issue. So what kind of fitness is this if you can't play a whole match? And also what happened at Manchester issue was, India or Ravindra Jadeja or Washington Sundar didn't told Ben Stokes that Harry Bruce or Joe Root should bowl. They told that bring in Jofra Archer. If you have the guts, you come yourself and ball. We will complete our centuries with you too. But it was England who spoiled the first sport first, and England has that sort of behavior all throughout. Even the reporters there in England, they also are not getting a good treatment by the English or the British media, as you say. So
Yes,
overall,
yes.
speaking, what Gautam Gambhir and everyone did, it's just a retaliation to the actions done by England. As well, and as per Newton says, every action will always have an equal and opposite reaction. That's my
Yeah.
thought on this whole incident.
Yes, you said Newton's law, and Newton will be very proud if he listens to this law and our conversation as well. But if you look at your statement, Ben Stokes, I accept what he did was not good. He wanted the game to end. He didn't wanted to see Jadeja and Sundar getting smashed centuries for centuries. But that doesn't justify our actions. Now, what has happened? The British media, the world cricket media, they are making a fun of out of it. They're poking fun at you. They are saying, "Oh, come on, Gautam Gambhir, show that aggressive mindset again." And we should not forget, England, their team was very much inexperienced. If you look at as compared to India, India's batting lineup. Look, India had KL Rahul, India had Shubman Gill, Yashasvi Jaiswal, Rishabh Pant, four good batters, and Jadeja also five good batters in the top 6 to 7 people. It's not a very inexperienced batter. It's not a team in transition. Not at all. Bowling lineup, you have Bumrah, you have Mohammad Siraj, you have Prasiddha Krishna is also one of the senior guys who is getting. Shardul Thakur is there. You have Kuldeep Yadav. On how on earth people are saying that this is an inexperienced side, I just don't get it. And Ben Stokes, he is a character. He has that Aussie mindset. He doesn't like to lose. He doesn't like to get draw the matches as well. But that doesn't give you the right to make fun at to go into the face of their curator. That curator, which you took the name of, has a very bad history. He has been never been kind to anyone. Why to interact? Why to interfere with that? Was the test match starting in couple of hours? No, there was still time. Why to make a scene out of it? Just my question is that you have time. The pitch is not going to. They are not going to change the pitch in just a flip or anything. They don't need to do it by anything. And now we come to Abhijeet Kalia. So Abhijeet's like England have announced the squad. India is yet to announce the squad. Arshdeep Singh is expected to make a comeback to the red ball. He might play. And before that, wanted to ask to Anup sir just one thing. Not ask. I'm just making a statement. You said about Jofra's workload management. He already has back problem, stress fractures as well. his bowling action is as dangerous as Bumrah. Bumrah is also not playing, by the way. What's the reason behind that? Huh? Yeah,
But Bumrah,
Jofra Archer is being let me complete. Jofra Archer is being, his workload is managed very carefully, very diligently by ECB, because for them Ashes 2025 2026 is the pinnacle. It's more than a festival. It's more than a Diwali, Eid, like for anything we can say in Indian language. But for them, they are making sure that Jofra Archer remains fit, because the Ashes is the next 3 to 4 months. Before that, they will have some sessions, intense training sessions, the warm-up games in England Lions. That's what they are doing. And in Bumrah, what it is, India's next white ball assignments are against Sri Lanka, most likely. The potential dates are yet to be realized, and also against the likes of Australia. The ODI series is there. Why Bumrah is not playing? Tell me, what kind of important so-called series India is playing after this Test series? You tell me. There is West Indies, there is South Africa. West Indies already so much in deep trouble. We and Ayan, we covered the matches in the late night at 12 a.m. in the night. Why Bumrah is getting a rest? Why his workload is not getting managed? Tell me. What's the reason behind? So before pointing fingers at another one, no, we should not forget that your Bumrah is not playing. You're bringing in a new fast bowler, Arshdeep Singh. He might get brutally exposed. He might also be the X factor for you. I'm not against that. We will talk about that later. But Abhishek Kalia, I want to ask, like I asked about you, like England have announced they're playing
but
11. What changes do you expect in India's playing 11 for today's game? Like the game is in next 12 hours, right?
Yes, thank you for having me here. And I think there are some few points I want to highlight. First of all, I think India doesn't need to change anything. After the Old Trafford match, I think India's morale is really high. The all box has been ticked, and India's batting lineup. If you say it's KL Rahul, Sai Sudarshan, or Ravi Jadeja or Washington Sundar, they all have played really well, and they have outperformed themselves. So when you say that Jasprit Bumrah is being rested, and he is not playing this match, and you are comparing him with the Jofra Archer, so I would like to say some things like there's no comparison between the both of those players. Like I know they both are really important pacers and the star pacers of their team, but Jasprit Bumrah, he's been rested, I think, due to Gambhir wants to add a new fresh pace attack towards the English, because English batters are feeling really comfortable in the Jasprit Bumrah bowling lineup. So I think the main idea of introducing Shadeep is to introduce fresh pace, fresh fresh attitude, fresh intent, so that English cannot be prepared for it, and English are being for, I think, Jasprit Bumrah is the lethal weapon for the Indian side, and India always uses Jasprit Bumrah to take wickets, to break partnerships. He's used for that. But if you use that lethal weapon regularly on every aspect, so that weapon becomes a common weapon. So that's what happened in the last test, that English scored a huge amount of runs, 600 plus runs. It's the reason of it's the reason that you are exposing, you are overly dependent on just Bumrah. Okay, so it's a with my opinion. There's one more thing I want to add. Like you said, that the Gautam Gambhir's argument with the curator. So I would like to highlight one thing. In back 2003 Ashes series, Brendan McCallum was standing on the pitch with the same creator, with the same on the same venue, and there was no slightly objection on him, like, or any heated arguments with him. It's just only these arguments, these banters comes only when there is an Indian side involved. It doesn't even look like a friendly match now. It's just like they are trying to bully. I know Gautam Gambhir is a bit straightforward, and he's been known for his aggression and his words he used. Yeah, we have seen in IPL and some ICC championship too. But I think you are not focusing. You are only focusing on what he said, but not he what he is standing for. He was already standing below, sorry, far from the pitch, but still that curator was teaching him about the rules. Gautam Gambhir is a seasoned player. He knows where he's a retired player and he's a renowned name in Indian cricket and world cricket too. So I think he knows what the rules are, and he was not. And what do you expect? The whole team is there for practice, and their important fifth test match, for which is very crucial for India, it's about to start. So what do you expect? You are not even allowing the head coach to even inspect it. So I think
Yes. Hmm.
it's bit weird for me, and we know that it's a bit of a history, and we have seen it from past of Gautam Gambhir, that he has been known for picking up fights, uh, to overdo or the overreaction he always uses. But I think I am with I agree with Gautam Gambhir's stand. He is standing for what is really happening with Indian side, even in the matches with the what Ben Stokes or Harry Brooks or the or other English players are doing. But we on the off the match, before the match, what is going on, I think it's a matter to address. I think it's a matter that both teams should consider, that both teams head coaches should be treated equal. I think that's my point.
No, I completely somewhat agree, not 100%. If the curator is not behaving with you properly, no, then answering him in his language only has damaged India's reputation. I would just want to end that point on our discussion. So, Ayan, what do you make out of England's playing 11? They have announced that they are without Ben Stokes because of his shoulder injury. Because one more over or one throw can worsen the injury. Yeah, your take.
Yeah, so basically for England, two forced changes. One of them is Ben Stokes not playing because of his shoulder injury. He spoke about it. He spoke in the press conference also, and I heard that. And he said that risk and reward was the thing, and risk was more than the reward. And that means even if he would have played as a batter, even while fielding, if he tried to throw a ball, he might have done damage because it's a grade 3 tear. So it will take some time to rehab. I think 6 to 8 weeks to rehab. So Ben Stokes misses out. Jofra Archer, I think workload management. I know many are asking about Jofra's fitness and everything, but I think just to tell about Jofra Archer and your points are also that even the English media said, Nasser Hussain, Michael Vaughan, Michael Atherton, and a lot of people said that you do not play Jofra Archer, even Stuart Broad for that matter. Do not play Jofra Archer at the Oval. He has come back from injury. He has played a county game, I think first against Surrey or something. Then he played the Lord's Test and the Old Trafford Test back to back. Don't play him at the Oval. This was a statutory warning given by the ex-players. So I think that's why he has been rested. And the other two changes are, I think, all due to workload. I think Bryden Cast, who had totally lost it. And the other surprising thing, and I think it's mainly due to conditions, and we'll talk about the conditions, is Liam Dawson has also been left out. And that means and Michael Atherton said that there is some green on the pitch. Green on the pitch. So maybe that's why the England are going with an all-pace attack with two part-time spinners. Jacob Bettel is in. He bowls. England recommended him as a very, I think highly of him as a very good all-rounder. So he's going to bat at 6 and going to give you spin. Joe Root is a more than capable off spinner. So they've got two of part-time off spin options. And then other than that, of course, I'm good to see Gus Atkinson back because I think he will be handful. He was great in the last English summer when James Anderson retired. So he is back after a long layoff. And Joshua Tongue, who played the first two tests, has also come back. So four changes for them, two of them forced, and I think two of them also workload management related. And that's the reason why Jacob Bettel has got the game. And you've got Chris Wokes is the only person who's playing all the 5 tests. So kudos to him. And I hope for England's sake, he pulls up well because he's going to be the only pacer. And along with maybe Mohammad Siraj of India, will be playing all 5 tests. And rest have all been rotated. And so England have got a I would say settled lineup. They've had to make these 4 changes despite dominating Manchester because of the workload and injury issues.
Yes, it is a calculative move because England knows that their half of the work is done. that they can't lose the test series. They just want to focus on assist, test their bench strength, and by leaving out Liam Dawson, it was like a tactical move that if you take a 5 wicket haul or at least 3 to 4 wicket haul, we will think of for you for the oval game. But that didn't happen, so they have brought in Jacob Bethel. Jacob Bethel is often termed in English media like the as the next Ravindra Jadeja for England cricket team. They are considering him as a Jadeja one. So it's that one. So Anup sir, we will get back to you. So I was asking you that India is playing 11. What to make the changes out of, like the bowling attack? That's the main talking point because Shardul Thakur, Mohammad Siraj, Arshdeep Singh, and we have got Washington Sundar and Ravindra Jadeja. 3+2, five bowlers attack, or you go in with Akash Deep and make or go give a chance to Prasiddha Krishna. Prasiddha Krishna's awkward height and that release points can be a boon for India, I would say. What do you make out of it, sir?
No, true, but I don't think so many changes in team. Yes, Shubman Gill at the press conference hinted that Arshdeep Singh might get a go as a debut. So one of Shardul Thakur will have to leave the match because India now has two capable all-rounders in Washington Sundar and Ravindra Jadeja, and they have proved with their batting. Washington Sundar, the moment he got his chance right from the Lord's Test at number 8, barring the second innings, he has shown his worth down the order. So Washington Sundar is there. Ravindra Jadeja is in phenomenal form in this test series. No one counted him before the test series that he would be scoring so much runs down the order, but he is there. So two spinners are there for India. And for my fast bowling, Atashdeep is making his comeback. So that's a great sign because was the one who was instrumental in India's only win in the second test match. And remember, in that test match, Bumrah didn't play. 336 runs thrashing which India there. So Bumrah managing his workload is a sign which was given before the series. So he was gonna play 3 matches. He played 3 matches. So it's what Bumrah said before the series. It's not nothing to do in between the series that why Bumrah is not playing and why he is doing what his workload is all about. It's already pre-decided and Indian team is going according to the plan. So Bumrah is not playing, but Arshdeep Singh's debut, as we say, he has an experience with the county stints and everything, and his left arm action would be added advantage. So Arshdeep Siraj will play for because he is the now the experienced bowler in the side, fast bowling attack. And then Atashdeep, three pacers and two spinners, Jadeja and Washington. So Shardul Thakur misses out and Bumrah misses out for my side. And rest, yeah, because Rishabh Pant is also not there, so India might think of playing Dhruv Jurel at least because that guy has already wicket tipped for over 200 overs and now he doesn't get a chance to bat in this series is not an issue. So, but seeing the conditions on the pitch and traditionally oval is also known for spinners, so you might not see nothing has been spoken about Kuldeep Yadav, but you never rule him out too because tomorrow if India feels they can give a surprise inclusions to Kuldeep Yadav in that playing 11 too down the order. So let's see because Rishabh Pant was a crucial member, but unfortunately due to his atrocious playing styles, he got out of the series as well. And so India has that one motto and mantra that win it for Rishabh Pant. Come on. Whatever happened, happened. All four test matches gone by. Some moments were there which India didn't seize. If they had seized it even in the first test match and third test match, India would have leading the series 3-0 by now. Won the series and leading it. But whatever has done is done, and to make your this right direction, if India able to draw this 2-2 series, the Anderson Tendulkar Trophy is coming back to India. It's not staying in England. It's coming
Yes.
back to India.
Yeah. Now, if you
It
have
will
put
stay
up
in
that,
England.
if you have
It
raised
will
that
stay in
part
England, but
only,
no,
no.
if India
Let,
wins it and 2-2
yeah, yeah,
draw, it's
yeah.
coming back to India.
India,
So India has
okay,
so much
okay.
to gain. India has so much to gain in this test match. And with all the controversies happening around before match, whatever happened, last match, whatever, Indian players will be gutted to win the test match. That's my
No,
point
they
of view.
will. Okay, okay. For a second, for 5 days. Come on. For I will assume that England have won the Test series and everything. But in England, who has won Test series? Australia, they haven't won since 2001. In 2005, they lost. 2009, they lost. 13, they lost. 17, the 15, they lost. 19, they squared by 2 all. In 2023, they squared by 2 all. India last won way back in 2007 when Rahul Dravid was the captain. It has been 18 years. You be happy by taking the Tendulkar Anderson trophy at home, but you have to wait another 4 years of winning the Test series in England. That dream will be carried for the next 4 years. Who has won Test series in England? South Africa in 2012. They won by 1-0, or it was 2-1 if I'm not wrong. Well, it was 1-0. I assure you that. So Sri Lanka won in 2014 1-0 in two Test match series. Only these two nations have won. New Zealand also, if I'm not wrong, I think they have won a test match, but I'm not sure that they have won that.
No, they I
They
think they
squared the
drew the
series. They
series.
squared the series in
Drew the series.
2013.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
squared it. Yeah, Pakistan, they squared the test series by 2 all into 2016. Winning a test series in England is not everyone's cup of tea. India had that chance. You have to admit the fact that India lost it by their own deeds. England played well. You have to give the credit to the opposition as well. But the way India gifted the match, the first test match, the first test match in which around 371 runs were chased down. Third test match, 193 odd runs couldn't be able to chase down. That shows the mindset of this Indian cricket team. It's like चलता है ना चलने दो ना. It's like no matter what happens, GG's post is fixed, right? Gautam Gambhir's post is fixed for 2 years. That's the mentality which Indian cricket team has. They know no matter you be good friends with Gautam Gambhir, your job is half done. He will make sure that you are in the playing 11, you are in the team, you are in the team bus, you are in the everything, and that is what I hate, completely hate about this Indian cricket team, the mindset. Because no matter what happens, Gambhir tomorrow will make a statement after 5 days. The test match is over. The team is in transition. Give us some more time. We will defeat New Zealand in New Zealand. That is still a dream. India hasn't won in New Zealand since 2009. The test series I'm telling about. So he's no offense, and apologies if I hurt anyone's sentiments. And yes, Gambhir is a proper politician. He knows how to play with your mind. He will give statements. His job is fixed by 2027 ICC WTC final and ODI World Cup 2027. No matter what happens, he will say team is in transition. Team is in transition. He is earning in crores, in some more than millions if we talk with US dollars. He knows very well that his job is done. Apart from GG, there's no one. He is the whole and soul of the team. Unofficial captain, skipper, bowling coach, batting coach, everything. When it is often said, when you give power to a person of on one hand, no, either it booms or it deteriorates. It completely gets tarnished, and we are about to see the tarnishing in the fifth test match. I assure you that even if India wins, no, you're not going to win in New Zealand very easily. You're not going to win in other countries that much easily. I assure you that. So that's another part. So my score line for this five test match series, I would like to give my prediction. I am going with a draw or England win. England win most likely 3-1, or I don't see India winning this test match because even if Ben Stokes is not there, no, England will be very much pumped up. Like what has happened, the curator issue, everything. Ben Stokes has said that I am still with the team. Don't count me out. I will be with the players. His presence will be there. That is also important. I would like to hear from you, Anup sir, the prediction. We have got a limited time left, so do a bit quick, all three of you. Yeah, Anup sir.
No, I am becoming little bit optimistic about the Indian team only to the fact because they whatever the fight they have given after being at 0 for 2, that gives some hopes that India with this kind of confidence, because the confidence has been boosted to the other level. So with this kind of confidence, I expect India to win the test match and draw the series 2-2. For this team, 2-2 draw is equivalent to a win in a test series. They won't, and rest regarding WTC table, points table, it will be taken care of in the West Indies series and South African series at home. So it will be taken care of. So at the moment, we don't have to think too far about New Zealand in New Zealand and everything. But at the moment, this young lot, I think tomorrow is gonna start well
Okay,
and they
okay.
will beat
Yeah.
England 2.
Ayan, quickly.
It's going to be tough to predict who will win, but I think India has been bolstered with the absence of Ben Stokes in the opposition. Having said that, I think what India should do before I make my prediction, what India should do is use this all these things that are going against them as a motivation and come charged up. You are saying that England will be charged up because of the curator issue. I think India will be charged up due to the curator issue and
Okay,
come on and
okay,
say we will come up against odd odds and
okay.
see how it goes. So it's tough to predict what will happen. I'm also going for, I think, a draw because I think rain will take a lot out of this test match. I was seeing the forecast; it's not that good. So I'm going
Yes,
for more
yes.
of a draw
Ayan, yes,
and
yes.
an
Yes.
England
Your
win
prediction.
maybe, and then India win third. It's like 1, 2, 3. The third preference. India has to play out of the skins to win this test.
Abhijit, your take quickly.
So you can say that I'm a bit biased with the Indian team, but I think this India will win this match, and like Anupam sir said, 2-2 is a equal. India can treat it as a win for the